Good morning, folks, and welcome to this episode of Michael in the Backyard. This episode is going to be all about tools that I've acquired from Harbor Freight. But first, I got to do a quick project for my wife. And so we're going to have a quick little time lapse here. And we're going to put some of those tools to use for this little project. And then we'll be right back to the regularly scheduled program. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Don't go away. This should be a good one. Alrighty, folks, I hope you enjoyed that little intro, I guess. Made a little project for my wife. She wanted something, as you saw, that goes above the kitchen sink there. And as you also saw, there's a lot of ladder-themed things going on in the house, along with plants. So this was just an additional thing that she'd been wanting, but it was too wide for the cabinet, so we reworked it a little bit and made it what it is. And along the way, I used some of these tools that you see in front of you. Now, the reason you may have tuned into this video particularly is you saw the Harbor Freight logo. And how many tools can you get for X amount of dollars type situation? Well, that's what this video is going to be about here. Whether you bleed red Milwaukee, yellow DeWalt, Ryobi, the other top brand names that are out there, as far as cordless power tools go, this is not for you that have already invested in. I have a series of DeWalt stuff over here on the wall that I've had for many years, and I've been DeWalt fan for many years. I've had Makita and other stuff. I'm not going to say anything negative about any of them. They're all fine tools, no problem at all. I've used some Milwaukees that other buddies have had. They work just fine, no problem. Sometimes the price can be a little bit intimidating. And that's what this video is about, is if you're a younger guy. Now, this isn't for the folks that watched my last transmission video, Jeep transmission repair video, because the stat says everybody, 100% of everybody that watched that video was over 65 years old. So this may not be this audience, that audience may not be this audience, and it may be. So I've been a tool nut my whole life. I've always liked working with tools. I always liked taking things apart ever since I was a kid, put it back together. I was always curious. And tools have been a part of my life my entire life. And recently, I bought my first Harbor Freight tool many years ago. Well, I shouldn't say many. It's probably been 6 or 7 years ago when I roofed the house I'm currently living in, because I needed a nail gun and a roofing gun, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money because I didn't want to do roofing for a living, and I just needed a tool that would last long enough and minimal investment, and it saved me a lot of money doing my roof myself because, you know, labor. Well, that nail gun still works today. I used it recently in a video when I did the Sawzall video here. It still functions. I oil it and it just keeps working. So since then, I haven't really bought a lot of Harbor Freight stuff, but not too long ago, I bought this little cordless ratchet. And it's a 12 volt with a 2 amp hour battery. It came with 2 batteries, or bought 2 batteries? No, it came with 2 batteries, something like that. I can't remember now. And a charger, and I use it a lot. And from that point on, I'm like, what else can I do? So I'm going to tell you right now, Harbor Freight has a lot of sales. And I took advantage of it. Let's say I'm an Inside Track Club member. This is not a sponsored video by any stretch of the imagination. I saw an opportunity and I took it, because they had a situation where I bought my one tool where you buy the battery and a charger for the Hercules stuff, $99, and you get the tool for free. And that's no joke. I went up there, $99 plus tax. And on the receipt, it'll show the battery costs less than $99 and the tool costs less than whatever. So it comes out to $99 plus tax. And I thought, that's an interesting promotion. And then, you know, it happened again. And it happened again. And again, and again, and again, and again. And when I did my battery test or my Sawzall test, that's really where it really kind of sold me even more. And whether you want the Hercules, the Bauer, or the Hercules, that's just buyer's choice. When I bought these, the batteries were $79.99. Get the tool for free. Obviously, when I bought this one, the battery was $99.99. And these are 5 amp hour batteries. You get the tool for free. So what you see here, even in the Hercules stuff, they had buy the 5 amp hour battery with a charger kit for $99.99 and get this $129 tool only bandsaw for free. This was $99 plus tax right here, believe it or not. And then recently they started doing some more stuff. Buy a battery, get the tool for free. And like this Sawzall here, for instance, let me get it out here. 8 amp hour battery, no charger, get the tool for free. So I took advantage of that as well. I've got several 8 amp hour batteries now. I got this heat gun, 8 amp hours. So what I'm saying is, what you see here represents between the Bauer and the Hercules, minus this guy. And well, this is one I got. Buy the 8 amp hour battery, get the shop vac for free. 8 amp hour battery, got the router for free. 8 amp hour battery, got the orbital battery operated sander for free. And now you might say, well, that's just kind of a hodgepodge of tools. Well, here again, the orbital sander will come in handy for when I start doing body work on this other project I'm going to be doing soon. And the Sawzall come in handy when I'm doing some construction stuff around the property. I've got these 1/2 inch and 3/8 drive impacts for working on my car. I got this heat gun because I'll be doing heat shrink tubing and stuff like that on my boat. And I got this glue gun because this comes in handy for when you're trying to make a pattern out of cardboard, and you can glue pieces together and make a pattern out of it. So anyway, all these have uses in my shop. I do a wide variety of things. So you're curious, what did I pay for all this stuff here? Minus this, minus the glue gun, and minus this little saw. I got a circular saw. Buy the battery, get the tool for free. Now, you could have, if I didn't already have my, that's why it's not here, I've got a cordless grease gun. They got a Hercules and they got a Bauer grease gun for a while there, and I think it still might be there. Buy the battery, get the grease gun, $129.99 value for free. I think that's prices, $129 or $39, something like that, for free. So what you see here, 95% of what you see here cost me $1,580 for all these tools. And I ain't kidding you, I've used them. I can't say that I've abused them, but I have used them, and I'm very satisfied with the quality in which they perform. I can't complain one bit. I'm actually stunned at how well they worked. I went into it not spending a lot of money and thinking, like this one here, for example. This angle head grinder, or 4.5-inch angle grinder, right here in the end. You know how this tool is always laying somewhere else? They put it right in the handle. You can't lose it. Did they do that on the Hercules? No. Why? I have no idea, because I think that's an awesome idea. But there again, why do I have one of each of these? Well, because I can't control myself. Let's be honest. I love tools. I love a bargain. And I love a bargain that's got value. And that's what this all represents here. I have situations where this angle head grinder might go to work with me to do some stuff, or might go out into the shed to do stuff. And I have a pile of tools out there in a project, and I come back in the shop and I'm doing some stuff in here as well while I'm waiting on something else. And do I have to go out there and grab all those tools? No, I got duplicates of things now that I can go and do stuff here and leave that stuff out there and then bring it all back together when it's all said and done. So there is some method to my madness. You guys might think it's a bit ridiculous, but I mean, I used to go into Sears years ago, and I'd love to go to the Sears because I'd always wander up and down the tool aisles. What can I get? So this video is for the guy that hasn't started buying tools. Somebody that's in their teens, early 20s, late 20s, mid 30s. Anytime you're starting to get into tools and projects, you might want to wander through your Harbor Freight store and get your Inside Track Club member if you buy some stuff. The Inside Track Club costs you $30 a year. Now you'll pay $60 a year to go to Costco. They have all these memberships at these different places. This is how they make some more money, obviously. And through memberships, they can also offer better quality or better prices on some things. Not saying that's the case with all of them. But the $30, you get that back like your second purchase in savings. Then your third and fourth purchase, because normal people, the regular folk that ain't the Inside Track Club members, will get 20% off a thing. And I just stopped by there yesterday because they had a sale on stuff. You get text and emails when you get stuff, 30% off anything under $30. 20% off for non-Track Club members. So you get another 10% off of something for $30. It saves you $3. That's another 10%. That's $3 more you get to save versus somebody else. That goes towards your $30. Anyway, not sponsored, but this channel has always been about doing stuff yourself, DIY projects, saving yourself that buck so you can put that buck toward more stuff. Spend it where you want to spend it, not paying other people to do things for you. And you get to spend it adding to your hobby as opposed to spending money and not adding it to your hobby. You get what I'm trying to say here? But this little thing, I took this to work the other day because I was using my hammer drill to drill out anchors in the floor. This thing come with a little tiny tip. It was like having a portable little air compressor that could blow the dust out of the holes. There's just a lot of little things that come in handy. And there again, when I started collecting some of these tools up, ow, that's kind of sharp still. It was, what can I get the biggest bang for my buck? When I buy this $99 battery and I can get a tool that costs over $100, yes, I'm going to go for that stuff first. But if a fella's trying to put together a collection of tools to be a handyman, to do things around his house, to be more of a do-it-yourselfer, just like some of you guys may not know the old Red Green show. He always said, if they don't find you handsome, they better find you handy. So type of situation. Well, I like to be handy. So that's the site I landed on, right? Be handy and not handsome. But this is a good way for somebody to start watching the ads, picking up a tool here and there, start building. You don't get a fully stocked shop overnight unless you go get a loan and spend a lot of money. And then you're in debt. This way you can put your tool collection together piece by piece, paycheck over paycheck, and build yourself an arsenal of tools, and then start building your knowledge on how to effectively use your tools and start creating things. I like to create stuff. I like to fabricate. I like to repair. I like to do anything using my hands. So, as you guys saw, I got this Harley behind me that I'm working on that this engine was seized that I got taken apart. Still working on a solution for that. What else is there to tell you? But this is just an economical way, I feel, to get all these tools. Now, to get this amount of tools in the other colors would cost you a lot more than what I paid here. I guarantee it. Now, I have started to see some of the not Milwaukee so much, but when you go into the big box stores, you're starting to see some of the DeWalt stuff have, you buy these tools, this package, and it'd be comparable to some of this stuff, but you also got to understand, for DeWalt to do that, they are also offering less quality of tool. This is not their XRP, which is their made of steel type stuff inside. It's going to be their lesser quality. It still works. I've got a few of those, and they still work just fine. I'm not knocking any of the other tools. I'm just saying, and did I buy the extended warranty with any of this stuff? No, absolutely will not do that. For the extended warranties are good for some things that are going to possibly be a problem or have a history of being a problem or can become, as far as you know, a maintenance nightmare. This stuff, I've got it so economical that if it lasts me 2 or 3 years, that's being conservative, 2 or 3 years, it's going to last a lot longer than that I have no problem replacing it. And there again, for the younger person that's just getting into tools and buying tools, this is a good economical way to get into it. And then maybe you go, boy, this thing's been really awesome. I've used it a lot. It's wore out now. I'm not sure when this is going to ever wear out, but I haven't wore one out yet. Maybe I will spend up and get me a higher brand out there. That's your choice. It's all about the choices we make, folks. So anyway, that's what this video is about. I haven't done a few videos on a few of these things here. I've got this little Bauer chainsaw that can take up, you can put an 8 amp hour battery on it, and that little booger is going to pull and cut for a while. I did a video on a little, my other electric chainsaw. That was the other one I got. Where is it? I'm missing a tool. My Hercules chainsaw. Whoops. I forgot about this guy. I did a video on this. You guys see it. That was a well-received video on this little guy. It cuts some wood, and the bigger battery you put on it, the longer you can cut, the more power it seems to have. I noticed on these angle head grinders, a 5 amp hour battery works really well and lasts a decent amount of time. But then when you put an 8 amp hour battery onto it, it's like you're plugged into the wall. You can lean on this thing, and it just goes. It just gets busy. And that's pretty cool. And they also, I'm waiting for them now. This is what I'm waiting for. They got 12 amp hour batteries out there, and I'm waiting for those to go on sale as well. Another thing, a tool they had here, and other companies have them too. It's in the house. My wife has used it. We're testing it out. It's a little thing you plug your battery into. It gives you USB ports. It gives you a 110 outlet that can put out 115 watts. 150 watts, that's what it was. But I have kept some of my little things here, some talking points on some of the stuff I bought, on the torque, 500 foot-pounds of torque on the 1/2-inch impact. It's got 1, 2, 3 in auto mode, 4-mode selector. I mean, I've been using this stuff, and I'm not disappointed. Would I buy it all over again? Absolutely would. Oh, one other thing about this chainsaw. They went so far as to try to mimic a real saw. There's oil on my hand. As a real chainsaw, when you fill this up with oil and you leave it lay around for a while, it will slowly leak all the oil out all over your bench. Guaranteed. So it's a lot like my other chainsaws that sit there and it tries to be messy like the gas-powered ones, which is cool, I guess. But I will tell you, it's very handy, these little chainsaws like this, to go out and knock a few limbs down, chop a branch that fell down, just go out there and do a little zip, 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 zip. Handy. All right. Well, I've got another project to do, so I'm going to wrap this video up and tell you, all you folks, thanks very much for watching the videos. Thanks for subscribing, all your subscribers that are out there that watch on a regular basis, and I thank you so much for commenting. I try to answer as many comments as I can. Some of the older videos, I don't get to see all the comments, don't pop up on my feed without me going back and searching through it and answering older video, a lot of older videos with comments from them. But every now and then I see them and I'll try to respond. So, but anyway, this is, I don't know if you want to call it even a, this isn't a public service announcement. This is just a, hey guys, here's what's out there for you. Here's the things you can buy and do. And like another feature, that's kind of neat. This one here has a hanger built onto it. Doesn't get in the way. The bandsaw has the same kind of thing right here. Has a hanger that you can hang it up with. And it's just a couple of neat little things here and there. Other tools have that too. I get it. But this little shop vac's gonna come in handy when I need, I got a boat or out my tractor and I want to clean it out and I don't have power right near me. I can just plug in my 8 amp hour battery, clean it up. It's not that heavy and it's pretty compact. So, all right, folks. Appreciate you watching. Remember, be good to one another. And like I did this morning, a little project for the boss. I got my hour a day in and more hours. And then as soon as I put all this stuff back on the shelf where it belongs, I'm gonna be building my next project that'll be in next week's video. And we'll just keep plugging away. All right, folks, be good to one another. Remember, if it ain't broke, fix it till it is. And we'll see you on the next video. I'm out. Out of my mind. Yep.